pretty much every day you'll get rice. Like, if you're in a military ward, maybe not as much, but other than that, like, pretty much every day you'll get rice. That's like the thing. Like in like American meal, if we would have like bread on the side, or if we'd have like pasta or like anything, it'll just be rice. So just imagine it being rice. And they have one of my favorite dishes that we got a lot, so that's why I came to love it. It's called shoyu chicken, and it's kind of like a soy sauce chicken. Oh, I guess that's something good for missionaries to know if they're going to Hawaii. Shoyu means soy sauce. I remember like my first dinner, like, pass the shoyu, and I'm like, like, I don't even know what that is. So the shoyu is soy sauce. So they have this like soy sauce chicken, and it's just like boiled in like soy sauce, and there's like some ginger in it, and it's really tasty, and you just eat it with rice. Another thing they love is spam musubi. So it's like rice with spam on top and then wrapped in seaweed. That's super good too. It's like how we have like peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We like send our kids to school with that. They have spam musubi. And so yeah, rice a lot, shoyu chicken a lot. They have this one thing called lau lau, and it's kind of like, it can be like any meat. It's like a meat wrapped in like taro leaves, and then they like bake it for a really long time, and that's super good. I remember the first time I had it though, I didn't even know what it was. So they like put it on my plate, and it's just like this like blackish greenish like lump, and I was just like, I'm like looking at my companion, I was like, I'm like watching how everyone else is eating it, and I was like, okay. I had no idea, and I was like trying to figure out what it was while I was eating, and I was just like, this could be like seaweed, and I don't even know what this meat is, and I was just like so scared. And afterwards I was like, what was that? What did we eat? And she explained it, and I was like, oh, that's not so bad. Like, and so from there I came to like it more, knowing what it was. Like next time I saw it, I'm like, oh, okay, I know this. And then poi is one of the huge things there. So it's like taro, but it's like mashed up into this kind of like, so I guess taro is kind of like a potato in a way, and so poi is kind of like mashed potatoes a little bit, but it's like more, the consistency is more like syrupy maybe, and yeah, it just kind of like drips off your little spoon. But I don't really care for eating it just plain. The flavor is kind of bland, I think, and the texture is a little bit weird for me because it's just too like kind of gluey a little bit. But when you mix it in with rice and lau and stuff, it's good. Just be okay with rice. Like, just learn to love it, because like we would always just joke about it, like, oh, I wonder what's for dinner tonight. Like if our day was long, we're like, okay, I wonder what's gonna be for dinner tonight. Rice. Like just have fun with it, like joke around with it. And I came to love rice a lot more because of it. Yeah. I had like this tiny little bite. We went to this Filipino restaurant one time, and they're like, eat this and then we'll tell you what it is. And I was like, and so they weren't like super like set on us eating, like it wasn't just like, here's your portion of this food, eat it. But it was just like, everyone was just eating little things off of the center of the table at the restaurant. So I'm like, okay, so everyone just kind of like tried a little bite. And afterwards they told us it was ground up pig's face. So I'm not sure, I got a tiny bite, so I don't know if I like had the actual ground up pig's face, but that's what the dish was in general. So it didn't taste that bad. It just was like, that's meat. Like, and then they had this like cattle ranch kind of, and they went in the morning and they got some guy cow part that you wouldn't necessarily want to eat at all. And they just like chop it off, fry it up, and then we're like, yeah, we'll try that. That'll be fun. We took one bite. We're like, okay, that was great. Like, thank you for that experience. It was funny though. They weren't pressuring us to eat it. They're just like, if you want to try it, you're probably never going to get this anywhere else. But it was crazy. Talk about the food, because they're so generous. They're going to want you to leave absolutely full. And so if you're not absolutely full, and if they don't know that you're absolutely full, then you're going to need to keep eating socially. And so what I would say is just like, when you get there, just like tell them how amazing the food looks. Like as you eat it, tell them how amazing it is, because they've worked hard to prepare that. And just the food is like a big part of the culture. So like talk about that. And then if you think you're like starting to kind of get full, make sure to tell them how full that you are. Because if you don't, then they're going to think that you're still hungry, and they're going to keep serving you, and that's great. But then eventually you'll get to the point where you can't move, and you're going to be really full. And so just be like, wow, like this is so good. I am so full. And then the thing is that a lot of times with Polynesian culture, full doesn't necessarily mean you're going to stop eating. So they say you don't eat until you're full, you eat until you're tired. That's what they say. So you have to say like, you're tired basically. So I'd be like, oh my goodness, I'm so full, I'm gonna fall asleep. Like I just feel like I need to take a nap. And they would get it. They'd be like, oh, you're so good. Like eat a little bit more. And then one other thing, I didn't know this when I got there. People would be like, oh, Kanaka attack, and I was like, was that something I have to pass on the table? Like, I don't know what this is. So Kanak attack is basically like what we'd call like a food coma. Like just when you eat so much that you want to sleep. And so sometimes we say that too. We're like, oh, I'm so full, I'm gonna have Kanak attack. Like, and that's just then they get it. They're like, oh, she can't eat it anymore. So then you just like finish up what you have.